welcome to Trending on Sanatu Zambang. My name is Ibrahim and with me is Ibrahim Mustapha. He's a motivational speaker. Welcome to Trending.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you've been doing this motivational speaking quite for a while now. What is your motivation?
Yeah, one is to change the world,
Okay.
and two is to give myself a purpose. And sometimes I say that it's hunger and poverty that has helped me start this. Because once you complete school and you write applications and no one is trying to give you a job, you create a job.
Okay.
So I created a job out of public speaking, and I empower people to speak. Yeah, that's the motivation.
Okay, so when was the first time you actually climbed on a stage to public speaking?
Well, the first time was at University for Development Studies, WA campus.
Okay.
It was a GIMSA program, and that was my first ever public speaking, like main paid event.
Okay.
After my mother was admitted at a hospital, and I went to the hospital and that's in the discharge, and the amount was 300 cedis. At that time, the nurse came out of the bill and said you had to pay 300 cedis, even though she had insurance, but the insurance could not cover some of the drugs.
Okay. And which year was that?
It was 2011, 2011, 2012. So I looked at myself, a young man who this woman has helped complete primary, GSS, SS, HND. She has helped me go to get my first degree, and I could not pay for her medical bills. So it gave me some kind of goosebumps. I cried for 3 days. I said, I'm not going to stop being myself.
Okay.
I'm going to start something. So third day I sold my TV and registered my business at Public Speaking Institute.
Okay.
Then started sending letters out, and I heard there was a GIMSA program at UDS Nyampala campus.
Okay.
So I called the PRO of that was GIMSA, and I said I can do a program for them. So the next week they said, okay, Mr. Ibrahim, it's like we have a GIMSA program in WA. Can you make it? I said, yes, I can. So I took my bag. It was supposed to be on Saturday.
Okay.
Friday, I was having only like 2 cities. I didn't know how to get to WA.
Okay.
But something happened. On my way, I said, I must attend this program. I must be there. Because that was my first speaking event, and if I miss it, I don't know what I'm going to do again. So on my way to the station, fortunately I met my mother. She asked me, where are you going? I said, I'm going to WA. And she said, what are you going to do? Like, I just said, I'm going for like a business trip and stuff. And she gave me 8 cities.
Okay.
So I added the 8 cities to the 2 cities, and I was able to get to WA. And from there, I spoke to like 300 people, and they were very happy. So they gave me a lot of money that day. I could even afford to be in a hotel because they paid for the services I provided. And that was my first speaking event.
What was your first topic at this place? What topic did you
It
talk?
was leadership.
Leadership.
And entrepreneurship. I
Okay.
combined the two.
Okay.
You know, when you are starting, you are just confused. You want to do everything. So I just wanted to get their attention. So I said leadership and entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So I did 2 events. First was leadership. Second, how to start your business.
Okay.
And from there, I got referrals. So now, all what I do now is, I don't do active marketing, but I get referral marketing. So from there, they referred me to KUST. I did a program with the KUST GIMSA. From KUST, they also referred me to Kumasi Polytechnic. From Kumasi Polytechnic to Sunyani Polytechnic, and I just kept on going until.
Okay, so you are all about schools, tertiary and SHS, or just tertiary everyone?
It's not only schools.
Okay, so
Now my client base are doctors, lawyers. Like I did trainings for Fidelity Bank, Tamale branch,
okay.
like different banks, and I've been able to speak to NGOs. But like this Saturday, I'm going to WA, UDS campus again,
Okay.
and it says NGO sponsored event. So they have call on me. So my clients are not limited to schools. They are like corporate organizations who want to speak, who want their staff to learn how to speak, team building and leadership, and also even religious organizations. Do call on me to do things. So it's not only on universities or senior high schools.
Okay, how was the feeling your first stage public speaking?
What helped me was that I love to volunteer.
Okay.
So if you look at my life story, I volunteer a lot. At a point, I was even volunteering as a teaching assistant at the Polytechnic, Tamil Polytechnic. But my first feeling was that after the event, I realized that in Ghana, we have this perception that, okay, it's about entrepreneurship, it's about this complete school and stuff, but we don't even get the opportunity to talk to people.
Okay.
So if you have your problems, you keep it to yourself, because if you tell me your problems, I'm going to market you out negatively.
Yeah, okay.
So there are a lot of people after the event. 1 week after the event, there were people who were calling to tell me that we started Sobologo in school. Someone said, like, I was surprised, I started a laundry business because of representation. Okay. But to me, I was just trying to look for survival, something to also eat. But out of it, someone has started something. And today, there are people who still call on me. I still see great people, Mashude, Kofi, I still see a lot of people doing great things just out of the talk. And they say, because you spoke to us. So I realized that if I'm able to do it more, I'm able to change a lot of people. And that motivates me to do more. Just seeing people telling me that, oh, because you also came to do this. By that time, I didn't even believe that something can come out of it. Okay. But at the end of it...
So the beginning, you didn't have belief that you will succeed?
I had the belief that I can succeed. Okay. But I didn't believe that it will have an impact on the people.
So if you don't have that belief that it will impact on people, why do you go on stage to talk? Because
I wanted to feed myself.
Okay.
You pay me to speak, right? So I just wanted you to pay me to speak.
Okay.
But I sometimes, like in business, you don't get the end before you start. Yeah. You start and you get to the end.
Okay.
So there are times people feel like I don't have the capital, I don't have the money, I don't have the networks, I don't have... What I want you to do is to start. Because once you start to see the processes. Now I know when I'm being paid to speak. I know programs that I go to speak for free just because I want to help people. Okay. And I know the type of impact I want to make. Okay. Because I listen more. Enough experience. Now it's like 80 years down the lane. Okay. I'm still doing this consistently. So that's what motivates me. But from the beginning, I didn't believe that you have impact.
You have impact.
Yes.
So you're just doing it for the money.
Just doing it for money, for survival.
For survival.
That's right.
Okay then. So apart from this motivational speaking, what else do you do?
If you say what else do, I can't. Now I get confused. Like there are different projects because I do a lot now, like business consulting. Okay. I could quite remember when another crazy friend, excuse me to say, Sita had this idea of NTV. Yeah. I was there from the beginning, trying to write proposals, going to organizations, going to meetings, even sleeping in his house at times just to be able to make it work. Okay. So I do business consulting, people who have ideas and they want to break into fruition. I also have this passion for ICT.
Okay.
So at the point at the Tamil Polytechnic, that area, I used to have an ICT center where we train girls how to code using Scratch program. So I think reached out to over 300 girls in that vicinity. And it was a Google sponsored project that ran for 3 years. So I have a soft spot for ICT, especially young girls. Even though sometimes I do blend both girls and boys, but it's do proposals. You just have to mention your target audience to get it. But because I see that even the boys in the northern region are left out in terms of ICT. Because only what we know is internet, Yahoo, go and do browse, say hi to someone, the person sends you money. That's what we are limited to. So we want to take it further. How do you go and code? how do you go use your computer to be able to like develop applications. And the application we're running there is called Scratch program. You can just download it and start using it on your PC. The manual is simple to code. You can use it to like design games like apps like WhatsApp.
Okay.
You can use that app to make movies, like do an animated movie whereby you can even upload it for sales, games and stuff.
Okay.
So how can we open it up for people to also learn how to do this? So that was what I was doing, and that's still what I do in my part-time.
Okay, so I recently saw a picture of you and some other partners donating laptops for schools. I want to know about that project. What is it about?
Right, there's a project that we run. It's the Digital Village.
Okay.
And we partner with ATC, American Towers Corporation, and Africa ICT Right, which is partly my organization.
Okay.
And what we do is that we try to look at possibilities, communities where they don't have like computers.
Okay.
So we set up a center. So the center was at Sablugu.
Okay.
So at the U primary school.
Okay.
So it's a center of 11 computers. It's just a container, mini container.
Okay.
The containers that we all know from abroad that they bring things in. We just made it in such a way that it could house like 11 computers of air condition and with 24 hours, 7 days internet connectivity.
Okay.
Connected to the tower. You know, these telecom towers. So it provides lights, it provides whatever it is you need for internet service and computer services. So we gave it out to the school, and it's going to be partly used by the community.
Okay.
Yes, and that is part of the my drive for ICT. So I saw this organization, and the first one was at Boto in the Volta region.
Okay.
I said that maybe if it's possible to even get to the north too, it's going to help. So they looked at it and they said, okay, second one, Sablugu. But there are still more to come.
Okay, so you still have intention of reaching out to other communities?
Yes, other communities.
Okay.
More to come.
Okay, so how does this ICT, you setting up this ICT center, link to your work as a motivational speaker? What do you think it will do to
my career, right? Like basically, I've enjoyed the use of computers, internet to be able to. So if you monitor my Facebook and other timelines, I always advocate for internet for all, because I believe that, you see, now we believe that it's our leaders that is making us lag behind. It's true some way, but most of the times it's due to lack of internet connectivity. Because I do travel a lot and I see what young guys are doing with internet. And if I can't afford internet, it simply means I'm left behind. The government may give me $100,000. If I have an application that's supposed to run 24 hours or 24 hours in Ghana, and that depends on internet, it's going to be useless. You can't do it in Ghana. It's either expensive, you don't even get quality internet. So my drive here says that if I can go to, I was in Switzerland, and I could do webinars. I'm just in my hotel doing webinars, communicating to people, calling people, and it's fast. And they get to pay you because there's quality. But in Ghana, if I do the same webinars, if I do the same Skype calls, coaching calls, I can't even get connectivity. You do hello, it cuts, it pauses, you don't know whether they're listening to you or whatever it is. It breaks. So if you don't get it right, we're always going to be behind.
Okay. So you mentioned something about coaching. Do you also coach people one-on-one or?
Yes, I do one-on-one coaching, public speaking coaching, whereby I sit you down, let you appreciate why you need to speak, how you need to speak, and even give you the voice, how to tell your story. So and basically it was because typically my one-on-one coaching goes like $200. If I'm doing for people outside Ghana, $200. So if I'm not able to get the internet to do, so sometimes you see that I come back and I'm insulting MTN, I'm insulting Vodafone just because I lost the client. It's just about it. Yes, so my passion in using ICT is to let everybody know that we can all do it. You can, yeah, I know friends who are making like $10 million in their room with a laptop alone, no staff. They are just in their laptop doing deliveries, doing drop shipping. But I can't do that because the internet will be expensive for me. And there's not even connectivity. You bundle and 1 week they will take their bundle back and you don't even get to post a picture. So I wanted to be like, and I'm not waiting for government. Because if you wait for government, yesterday in the launch of that event, we saw the MP, we saw the MCE, we saw the GS director, we saw all the people you can think about. They were driving Porsche cars. I use YOLO to get to that place. And so I look at myself and I know that wow, I've also made something. Even though I'm still using YOLO, I'm still using taxi. These are people who have driven of Land Cruisers, but they can't even do this small change. I get me. So I believe that all of us, we can do better in terms of using ICT. Another, fundamental.
So in Ghana here, how much do you charge for each session, or it depends?
Sometimes it depends, because I want to make it affordable for most people. But I do like 200 cities, 1-on-1, 2 hours. But I do like there are two types, 2,000 cities and 200 cities. So the 200 cities goes to like people who are students, and I know that you can't. But 1,000 cities like for the doctors, for the lawyers who want to speak. And I also fortunate to have like, sometimes you get one client out there, get two there, like you get one MP who is saying that I want to speak in parliament, and you get to coach that person. Sometimes you get one minister, sometimes someone refers you to this lawyer, doctor.
Okay. You mentioned an MP. Have you ever coached an MP?
Oh, yeah, I've coached a lot of MPs.
Sitting MPs.
Sitting MPs, I've coached a lot of.
Can you mention a name?
Maybe after the program, but it's confidential. Because sometimes, even I don't put some of them on like on social media because secrecy. The only time I get to put them was one Spanish musician who La Chris at. She came to Ghana for coaching, and I was like, I just asked for her consent because I thought she was going to be like, give me that moral boost to be able to get into the artists in Ghana. Yeah, she was in Ghana to do 1 or 2 things, but we were talking before even she would drop into the country. So when she came, we did the like 2-hour session, and we did another 2-hour session like 3 days time back to back. So I just seeked her consent and I kept it on there because she would give me a boost. Apart from that, most of the people I do for secrecy's sake, for confidentiality, I can't put. How will it be like if I should put the MP on social say 1-on-1 coaching? Sometimes has integrity issues and stuff. So you keep on praying, keep on getting the
identity.
Hide the identities. The only time you put them was when you have like group coaching, like school events and stuff. So that's what happens. Like today I'm having an event at the Cape House. It's 1:30. So maybe that way I can put it online. Yes.
So do you mentor others as well?
I mentor a lot of people. I mentor myself. I'm a source of hope to myself. No one will believe in you. That's just what I want you to do. No one will believe in you. You do all the crazy good stuff. There's no, like, people will not still believe in you. So you have to believe in yourself, mentor yourself, and keep going one after the other. One after the other. One after the other. Yeah.
Any final words?
My final words are that, first of all, if you are from the northern region or from northern Ghana or from Ghana per se, you are not limited. Don't limit yourself. Just know that you must keep going and keep doing what you do best. I wake up early morning every day, tell myself I am handsome, I'm the best, I'm the number one, because no one will ever tell me that. And you know, ladies, the only time someone will tell you you are beautiful is when the person is crashing on you the first time. After that, that's it. So I tell myself that I am this number one, I'm unique, and I keep on looking for the next client. So if you are from northern region, if you are from any part of, whether you're a lady or a guy or whatever, don't limit yourself. No one is better than you. You keep moving from one place to one place to one place. I can count on the rejections I had when I started in the northern region. I can notable organizations who some of them are even my friends. I go to do contract, they say no. But I can tell you from when I started to now, doing events in China, in South Africa, in different places of the world. Just because I believe. Just because I believe in myself. So keep going, keep doing what you do best, and never give up. Never give up. Push. You know the meaning of push? Persist until something happens. That's just the meaning of push. You can say pray until something happens, or persist until something happens. And you are going to do it. And I believe in you, I believe in everybody, I believe in Sanatu Zambang, I believe in the team.
Thank you.
Right, I appreciate it.